We're not doing waiting with this one. I can move that, and I can place you right there. And I think I'm live. Now I am live. Perfect. There's gonna be no intro stream for this one. I can probably turn off self-hearing, which is that button there. Howdy, howdy. Welcome, welcome. No intro screen this time. If you were here yesterday, I had like a 2-minute intro screen to let people start getting in. I used music that was over 100 years old, still fell under copyright, which was kind of funny. So that went about like that. Anywho, let's see. We're back. We're back for another adventure. The part 2 to the however long saga to the gold ship Terminator, which I was looking at it some more. I am really liking how it's coming out. This is perfect. Could not have hoped for anything better. Now, I got a couple more details I want to make red. Salutations to you, Mossy Mint. Like we have like a skull and then a red cross right here. We have something similar down here. So I'm just going to replicate that there. I think that'll be cool and dandy. Of course, we have, I was looking up Terminators because I was looking at, I don't know if I have a pointer on hand, I'll just use a pen. But I was looking at all of these little tube bits right here. And I was like, okay, are those like painted a color? I thought the inside might be. But upon like looking at Terminators, they do not appear to be. Interestingly enough. So that was a fun thing to figure out. Now, we have our gold ship reference image up here. And she doesn't have anything on her knees. But I feel like painting this knee to be that red and gold would best simulate like her boot here. Because you got a red ribbon, and then you have some, what's funny enough, it looks like gold lacing, or just very bright brown. You always did those metallic. And that was my first like thought of what you would do as well. But I was looking at even the official Terminators, like the way they're officially painted. I want to say, yeah, like almost all of them, or yeah, just in fact all of them. I guess, yeah, they don't have, wow, even different legions. But I could have sworn, hold on, I want to check something before we get into it, because I actually have somewhat of a plan to get started. But I want to say that the Imperial Fists, I want to say that the Imperial Fist had a Terminator squad that was painted with different metallics. Hold on, I should probably actually look up Terminator. That might be Imperial Fists Terminator. And then, okay, it's just a stock standard bit of that. Okay, could have sworn I saw somewhere Terminators that were painted differently. Hold on, let me look up the Imperial Fist Combat Patrol. I don't know if it's still there. Hold on, let me see. This looks like, thank you, Reddit. I will open you a new tab. Hold on. Oh yeah, even here. Hi Google, golly, jump scare. So in this blurry photo, we can actually see, wow, it's, okay. So I'm nuts, but that's kind of a gimmick. So everywhere you go, there you are. But yeah, I would have thought that was a different color. I guess it kind of makes sense that it's molded into the armor. But, you know, whatever. I just painted the headlights of my half-track in orange umber color. Ooh, very fun. But yeah, I guess I'll just keep these white for now. There's a little tidy up to do on one of the poles. I call them poles, on one of the like bits right there. So I'll do a little tidy up there. Get some speed paint and some gold on that. Maybe start doing the fur over here. Might be a good idea to kind of get that done. And then I'm going to start coating some of the rubber, like between the leg and the waist right there, between the back of the knee there. So I guess it would be a keen. When is the Plague Titan coming? When it comes is when it will show up for sure. I don't know, but that might be fun to do at some point. That would actually be because now I know how to use Dirty Down Rust a lot better. Boots with the fur. The whole paddock was looking at her. Next thing you know, she freaking late runner and then surged into the wind out of nowhere. Let's see. We'll start out with some speed paints, and then I'll get all to the wet. No. I know I have my country twang. It's not even I don't even have a country accent. It's unfortunate the way I say it. I'll admit it. It's unfortunate, but no. But not at all. We can't start with this 6 minutes into the stream, please. I beg you. Okay, I got a little red on the palette there, and now we get to pull out the fine brush. We're doing the fine brushing here. Look at how fine that is. Oof. Yikers. Okay. Now, I'm going to get the knee done first. I'm going to try to be very, very calm, cool, and collected with the knee right quick. Here goes nothing. First bit of paint, 6 minutes into the stream. Is that a new record? Did I actually get back on topic that fast? It's never been done. Oh, I just started painting the bone. R.I.P. Well, we can fix that. It's all very fixable. Now, there's one. Absolutely riveting, if I do say so myself. Little overspill, that's fine. Well, it's better as the allegations. Maybe so. Maybe so. Okay, there's that. I'm trying to, like, actually make this look decent. So, excuse me for locking in every now and then. But the color scheme is actually straight fire, if I may say so myself. I am vibing with it a whole bunch. I think it's going to end up just being a good thing for sure. I'm excited to see how it turns out. I'm interested. The main part I'm excited to like really try is painting the face, because I usually just like every other model I just do like basic stuff. But this is going to be interesting because it's a well printed face. It's very well sculpted. I mean, when we someone in the server upscaled this head, and I mean, it's even got like eyelashes and like eyelash dimples, whatever they have in the show. It's a pretty impressive sculpt. It's just shrunk down to very small. So I'm interested to see how it paints up, and just how I will be able to paint it up just with my own skill set, which is it's something. I'll say it is something. Also, what might be fun to do at some point, I'll get some cursed. Maybe so. But that's why we're here trying to figure that out. Once it's completed, then we'll really make we'll be able to gaze upon the creation, and then we'll say, what have we done? Or we'll say, neat. Anywho. But we shall see ultimately. There we go. Okay, I'm going to tidy some of that up and then get some gold on there right quick. Now, the water just looks like someone melted down some watermelon Jolly Ranchers. So, I happen to love watermelon Jolly Ranchers. Time to tidy that up. Let's see how this tidies up, actually. I'm interested to see this. There's also some other stuff I got to tidy up. And it's a fine line between making the paint too thin so it doesn't cover, and then too thick so it leaves a texture. We gotta play a Goldhound Titan one. I don't know. Who don't know. Probably not soon. Because after I complete this, I then have to re-distance myself from this. And then at some point, when everyone least expects it, is when it'll happen. That's probably what will what the plan will be eventually. Now, I don't know if you can see. Hold on. It's not showing up on camera too much, but there is a little tidy up needed just right here. So I will do that real quick. Oh, hold on. We got a big old chat from Mr. Mossy here. Hold on. Be right with you, sir. You know for Sherlock? Not sure if you would know, but are you familiar with Newmarket in the UK? It's where a lot of horse racing used to happen. I'm not particularly familiar with it. I just like played the game. I can't. The thing is, I can't pronounce any of the race courses, so I don't even bother trying to remember any of them. I just remember seeing the horse racing in the beginning of the first Squid Game season. That's as far as my knowledge goes there. That, and I know the Kentucky Derby. That's something, right? Okay. Tidy up the bone here real quick. Before the gold. This will be interesting. I know I keep saying that, but that's just kind of the situation we're in. The whole thing will just be very interesting. Kind of, I don't know. I haven't, like, painted something just for, like, the sake of painting in a while. I usually paint at least a unit for a game. Make that a little cleaner there. Okay, we're still in frame. That's the most impressive part. This will be an interesting thing to clean up, because now I have a whole gun in the way. Should we have sub-assembled it? Perhaps, but that's boring and tedious, and I couldn't be bothered. Who could be? There we go. That we'll get some gold there. Any stowage? I have not actually printed any stowage. Generally, I just like to use the pre-molded stuff that's included with the tank kits. But I've considered getting some sandbags or something. But I don't have, haven't done any to recommend you. To be able to recommend you. Now we're coming back to the greatest gold ever. This gold, I love this gold. So good. Very pog. Speed paint hoplite gold. That is something incredible. Just need a tiny amount. And then probably... Yeah, don't want to use this brush for... This is a fine brush. This is like a $27 brush that I got years ago. Would I probably wouldn't buy another one. But, to each their own. I am going to get a slightly cheaper brush so we don't absolutely just annihilate the decent one. A lot of fur on the end here. A lot of fur. But we will make it work. I'm confident. It will be a-okay, honestly. Let's see. It's going good. Nobody panic. It is going swimmingly, in fact. If I may be so bold as to say so. Nice. Okay, hold on. Let him cook. Let him cook. Alright, it's looking good. It's looking good. As long as we're just fine and deliberate in our application. A cheapy brush, maybe so. Very astute observation. Alright, now we got that done and dusted there. Okay. I'm not dissatisfied with any of that. Perfect. There. I think that's a nice, like, breakup of the color here. The other, should we, hold on. We gotta look back at the image. There's nothing else happening on, like, any of the other knees, so I don't think, I'll just keep the whole thing white. Don't need to do anything fancy or special there, you know what I mean? But just a little more, a couple more layers of some tidy up real quick. Oh, golly. That's funny. I'm not bleeding. I got the speed paint everywhere because I was a little silly. That's not blood. That is speed paint. Trust me. Watch me just get absolutely banned. All right, let's see. That's looking good there. Now let's begin coating some of this, some of like these rubber spots, the flexible spots. Let me put away the gold. There's the gold. Let me grab German gray. There goes nothing with this one. Put a little of that on the palette. Nice. Very swag. And now let's thin it down a decent little bit. All right. I think that's good. Now for some fine application. Here goes nothing. I'll start with the challenging side so we can get all warmed up doing the hard stuff. We'll have to just come in very close to be able to see any of this. I already hit the white that we didn't want to touch. That's okay. This is fine. The tidy up will be necessary, but it's fine. Trust me. It will be fine. Okay. Yeah, a lot of tidy up needed, but that's kind of a hard spot to get into. Now let's get that corner. And now we can probably... I'll just start layering that up. How hard is it to build a Bane Blade? I mean, it's not too bad. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah. It's kind of just like a normal kit. Where it would really get challenging is if you're trying to like magnetize it. Then it'd get a little squirrely. But I've built 2 Bane Blades, very doable. It's just big. That's really all the challenges there. It's just a big model. But it takes a little more time, but I mean it's very similar to any other model, any other tank kit. Okay, now that's slowly getting all tidied up. And then while I wait for that coat of tidy up to dry, I'll begin the other side. And we'll see what we can make happen there. Okay. This is a lot more doable, a lot less finicky edges and corners to be around. So we're able to better attack it. Alrighty. Looking good. Okay, great. It's perfect. Now the other side. Gotta go slowly. Slowly. There we go. Oh, I got a little overbrush. Well, it's not the end of the world. We'll be able to come back from this absolute downfall. It will be fine. There's also some more tidy up I have to do as well. Let's see. Yeah, they did make it a little challenging to, if you wanted to put a bunch of magnets on a Bane Blade. It's yeah, that would be quite the feat. I know it's possible, and I do, as much as, the thing is, I love my magnets, I don't know if I could do a Bane Blade. It's a lot that goes into that. And, I mean, just a lot. I don't know if it would be, at least for me, worth it. I did, like, just not glue some stuff in on my Shadow Sword, so I can just, basically just configure the guns like they're Legos. And build whatever I need at the time. Come on, there we go. But yeah, it's something. Although to see a magnetized Bane Blade, then you know that person's a real one. They're a diehard for sure. Alright, that needs a little more just on the edges here. I also have some over brushing of red. Put you there. There you go. Looking good. Okay. Then are we in a similar situation here? A tiny bit. There we go. That's good now. Okay. Now let me move this out of the way. There we go. Now I can see that. Perfect. Okay, now we got to do the back here. And just the back of the knees. This will be easier and harder at the same time. There's, like, not as much, like, in the way, but there is a tail. So this is going to be interesting to, like, work around. Like, I can get the outsides here pretty decently. But it will just be interesting to actually get the inside. But I'm going to try it now. I don't know if I can get any of it. Yeah, it's the tail's in the way of the frame. Hold on. That's slightly better. Okay, were we able to almost fully get that? Okay, so there's still a little bit on the inside of the knee. Why don't I use a smaller brush? Because this one is the finest brush I have. And I don't have any finer. But I'm able to get pretty much what I need to get done with it, so I don't sweat it too hard. Alright, now there's that. It's looking just dandy. Do a slight cleanup on the top of the shin guard. Right there. And just always coming back to relayer up the other stuff, because white over a dark gray, believe it or not, is a bit of a challenge. Alright, that's looking good. Let me grab something. Hold on, where are you? Oh, I don't have any of that on hand, do I? Wait. Nope, oh well. We'll do it live. Okay. Now we got the other side. Here goes nothing. This will be interesting. Here goes. Alright. Now, I don't know if I'm going to highlight it. I might do a couple little highlights on this. We'll see how the rest of the details show up. How that all happens. I'm also contemplating whether I want to do a pin wash or an oil wash. But I actually varnish the model beforehand. A lot of times I don't do that and just let the paint bite and stain the model. Just because I really like that gritty look of it. But this one might be a bit different. I might not really want to do that. Maybe just like a dedicated pin wash would be the best way to go here. Alright. There's almost that. There's still a little spot to go. There we go. Okay. That's looking good. Got to do a little cleanup. Just a little bit. Now it'll be fine. Usually people do the cleanup in one big go after the fact. I like to do it as I go, because otherwise I will forget some details. And it's easy enough to just wick off paint and then put some more on. Alright. There's that all nice and cleaned up. Maybe hit a tiny little micro spot there. There we go. Now, trying to think. There's nowhere in the arms. Perhaps the hand. Yeah, there's a little spot in the hand. So let's get that right quick. Kind of in the gun hand right here. You can sort of see. Here, let me do that so you can see it better. But just a little gray built up right. It's like rubber gloves, so you got better grip. Like when you're gardening. It's just the ultimate gardening gloves, for real. Sorry, my hair's in my way there. Okay. Now we got to do even more cleanup. I need this. I might be giving this a little too much time for the cleanup, but it's worth it. I think it'll be worth it. Okay, now we got to just do the back here. This is pretty... Oh, that's funny. I think that's a support that I somehow missed. Right. Hold on. Right there. Right there, I missed a support. Let me grab some tweezers and just pop that sucker out of there real quick. Hold on. No, don't pop you off of the supports, golly. Geez, if that is a support, that's not coming off like that usually do. There it goes. Oh, we lost the tail. Hold on. Well, I'm going to be busting out super glue to re-glue this back down anyways. Golly. Nobody panic. We have the best liquid paint stripper for an airbrush. Probably Hop's number 9 gun cleaner. I haven't tried it yet, but I do have some to try. That's what I've seen other people use that. Okay, let me fix the tail. Hold on. Hold on. This is we can't let this happen. Nobody worry. Nobody worry. Okay. The tail is coming back on. Don't worry. Tail is on. Now I'm going to take little toothpick and just wipe off the excess super glue from the edges. We'll have to do a little tidy up with paint. That should be fine though. Also did not line up this time for the love of paint. There we go. Okay, it's okay. We're able to salvage the situation. This will be fine. Okay. There we go. There we go. We're still back. Now, while I have the super glue out, we're just gonna come from under the butt plate. That's what I thought too, but the you know, that's not how the sculptor sculpted it. There was like a little tab. There's like a ball and socket joint for the tail to come out there. So, to each their own, I suppose. And it would have been hard to kit bash because there's not a lot of room there. Let me put them back on. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that way it's at least more like you can just see it. It's more visible. Now, are you actually on there? Okay. Okay, we're good. Now we can continue actually painting the gray part here. The rubber. That's looking... We're able to do that nice and quickly. Not bad. Yeah, I think it's a better look for sure in my opinion. Okay. Now we can continue as if nothing actually happened. And that was a crazy flinch. Hold on, let me actually I'm gonna just clean that up with water real quick. That was crazy. Bit of a slip up. Totally fine. Okay, there we go. Now we're back. So 100% back for real, for real. All right. Now we can... We're almost done with the rubber, and then we can start either highlighting it or just start moving on to, like, the fur on the side of one of these pauldrons here. I think I might do that, because that might be fun to fiddle around with some contrast paint stuff. Did I resolve the copyright issue? I did. I just had to cut that segment, the intro segment, out of the stream. But... Oh, no, or probably the Instagram issue. Not yet. Not yet. Still, it is still all very much nuked into oblivion. And I don't know where it has gone into the ether. I haven't gotten a response email from the people who had it taken down. And I'm still trying to get the appeal form up on my computer so I can type. So I can type with a keyboard, because with a phone, I would rather not. But hopefully I get it done soon, because I know a lot of people... Well, it was some useful information for people who just do, like, Instagram watching. Thankfully, it's still up everywhere else, but, you know, I'd rather it be up everywhere. But that's just me. Alright, let me just do a little layering on the tail. There we go, there. Then, that will be interesting to do. I might go over the tail with a coat of white, just because when I'm looking at her hair, it looks like it would be better like as a white base coat, and then we just tint it with a magenta. Something slightly cool in color. We'll have to figure that out. But it's both on the head and the tail. And then as it kind of goes darker, it looks like it might be more of a purple. You got some exams tomorrow? Oh dear. Good luck, I say. Let's see. Hold on. Now I can finish the rubber here. You probably need to get to bed early then, right? So you can nail them first try for sure, for sure. Okay. There's that. Good as gold. Good as gold. Gold chip. Okay. I think that's good for the... Oh, nope. I did not. That's funny. I looked around and couldn't see it until just now. There is actually rubber on the insides of the arms right here that I did not notice. Let me get those real quick. There we go. Okay. I'm trying to go really carefully. Not bad. Like a light lilac. Yeah, fair enough. I'll see what I can't come up with. I think I might just take, like, one of my purple or more magenta speed paints, but then just thin it down 1,000,000,000% until it's just the finest bit of whatever color we need. Okay, there's that bit. Now we got to get the other bit. I had one today and it was no sweat. Well, that's good. Well done, well done. That's what we like to hear. Bring it down into frame. Apart from the heat in the room that caused some sweat. Fair enough. That will that will do that for sure. I get it. All right, now that is painted there. Looking good. Looking good. It's slowly but surely coming together. I actually really like that. It's kind of a fun paint scheme. That's just kind of a cool, like, looking Space Marine color scheme, in my opinion. I kind of like that. I vibe with it. It's very cool. And let's see. Some of these are not, like, highlighted specifically areas, so I'm just going to take out some deck tan, which was, like, the mid. That was the first paint I used to kind of go over everything before the white. I'm just going to kind of tidy it up with the deck tan here. Maybe a slight mix of deck tan and white. Get a little something fun there. And there might still be some paint drying retarder there. Who knows? Who knows? Custom chapter. Yeah. The Uma to white scar pipeline for real. Red scar. Yeah, maybe so, right? Yeah, that's a cool name. Alright, let me get that all tidied up. Now I gotta get the inside of it all tidied up. I have to avoid being, like, stabbed by the tail. The tail has, like, tried to stab me twice now. There, that's clean. That's looking clean. It's looking good. I'm also just hitting the inside of the shoulder there. Okay, now I can go back to this. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to see right where the screw up is. It's not too noticeable, but there's a little something there. So hold on, let me get that. Okay, there we go. That's good. Now I want to work on this fur. So first off, I have some overspillage of gold. So I'm gonna take some white and tidy it up. And then just find a nice, like, brown contrast paint to go over that whole, this whole thing here. And I think I did some tidying up last time, so we don't need to worry about it too much. And, you know, I'm just going to move to that contrast paint. Let me first find something. Also, hold on. Hold on. Some of the gold didn't get everywhere. I need to. We'll do the contrast paint first. Let's see. Let me take my browns out real quick. That's the other thing. I think a brown would look good. Actually, we should pull up the reference. What would be best as far as this this shoulder pauldron's fur color right here? Let's open an airbrush and paint stripper and clog it. Lent it to my brother. He's dead to me. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I don't think so. As long as you, I mean, if all that, if you don't if you don't dump it out, then all the paint it probably dissolved would clog it. But if you like soak it in there and then rinse it, I think it'll be fine. I know I've done that plenty of times. Except I use just isopropyl alcohol. But okay, this fur, and then we go to the monitor. So what would make? I'm thinking a brown. That's my gut reaction, is to do a brown. And then I'm thinking, no, we probably wouldn't want to do... Yeah, that being the plan. Fair enough. Like, do we just continue with the brown? I want to say maybe just continue with the brown. I'm like, or do we do the shoulder? Like, imagine that colored hair on there. Or would that be... I think maybe a brown would stand out better. Because there's not a lot of brown leather bits. There's just the belt that you can barely see. So I think I'll just do a brown contrast paint for here. That'll kind of bring out she has like more defined brown details all throughout her her drawing. Now, what brown? Hold on. I have satchel brown, which is like it's a dark reddish brown, so that might be better for leather. And I have noble skin, which is dark brown. Wow. Oh, that doesn't come with a with the nozzle. Fair enough. God damn. I'm gonna try the saddle brown. I'm gonna see how that looks and hope it looks insanely cool. Maybe thin it down a bit. We'll see. Yeah, I think that's the best way to go about it. Yeah. Let's see. Let me shake. Let me give it a good shake, and then we'll apply it and see what we can't get done with it. Now. Oh, that's funny. That's still there. Okay. Let's see how this looks. I'm interested to see how this would appear. First, I will give it we can do a test. That's what's nice about these painting handles. I can just go over it to see how that would look on a painting handle there. Okay. On the painting handle, I think it looks decent. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna see what we can't do with this. I'm gonna hit the edge out here so I can like see it. Kind of how it would end up. Oh, this will be good. This will be good as gold. Okay. Yeah, we're good. I'm running this way. Got a little on that tube there. Hold on. Hold on. Get it off the tube. Even though the tube will probably be a different color. Might as well. Okay, let's see what happens here. Let me get a decent amount. We want it to be decent. Only keep resin in when you're printing, right? Yeah, I should. I still have the resin in from when I printed this thing, and I haven't printed anything since. You can get away with like maybe a couple days, but you do not want to wait too long, because then it gets bad. I need to clean it out sooner than later. But I'm just you know, I procrastinate. Whoopsie daisies. Okay, I'm going to. This is kind of looking good. I'm liking this. It's going on nice and smoothly. Application process, very good, very good. 5 stars. 5 for 5, for real, for real. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. I like that. I'm vibing with it for sure. Okay. Looks good. Now I just got like the insides of some of these rings to get done here. I don't really want to hit the outside of the ring. There we go. There's that. Kind of fill in a little more of these spots right quick. Lost your thumb drive with all the file. Rip. Dang. Oh, with all the... Do I stream on Twitch too? Not yet. I might in the future, but for now I can manage YouTube. Also, Mossy, that I hope you find it, is because that's not good. That's suboptimal. The files are important, not gonna lie. Oh, come on, I missed some of the edges here, golly. There we go, get you done there, looking good. Okay. Now that's all good for the most part. Just gotta get inside there. Which we've successfully done. Okay. There's the fur. Find it before GT. Yeah, no kidding. Alright. I'm happy with how the fur turned out. Oh, missed a tiny spot there. Nice. Okay. I like it. I dig it for sure. Now, let's paint the... Yeah. Now, what's next? What do we work on next? Hold on, I would almost want to look at... I'd almost want to just go and quickly look at a Terminator. That's you. Let me go back to Terminators when we're just on the... Oh, it's not there. It's been in your pocket all day. Fair enough. There you have it. Does GW not have the 360 thing for the Terminators? What? Didn't they have a 3... It was in your pocket. Now you have no clue where it could be. Dang, that's unfortunate. Okay, finally we have the 3D. Or for a second, I thought they got rid of the 360. Hold on. How do you paint the back here? Okay, so the back vents are metallic or black and highlighted. I don't know. Oh, and then the tubes are just silver. They just went straight silver there. And then they did that whole thing black. I'm not going to worry about that. Top right corner, fair enough. Let's see. And then you did... Oh, they don't have the little... Wow, interesting. Is it... Now, is it the top right corner on... You could have gold vents? Ooh, should we? Should we do gold vents and then instead of, like, metallic, we just do gold? Now, hold on. My next question is, I like where your head's at. I think we could do that. I think, yeah, because there's not enough gold to be like overpowering, but it's enough to complement the model. And then we could also do that in lieu of, I was gonna do like a silver right here. A gold might look better there to just bring out a little more gold there. And I really got white on some of that. Hold on. Like, thankfully I have poppy red on hand, so I can just fix that real quick. Got a little white on one of the skirts right here. Let me just fix you up there. There you go. There, like it never happened. Yeah, gold vents. And then maybe some gold inside here. And then what was I... Oh, yeah, I was thinking... And then for these tubes... I don't know if I'd want to do gold for the tubes. Maybe a silver. Or do we do a brown? If we, like, keep the idea of, like, her random bits of leather going around and about her. If we do that on the tubes of fuel or electricity, you know, where the USB port is, I don't know. Perhaps. I think I'll start... Let's start by doing some of those gold details and gold vents and see what that looks like. Because I don't think it'd hurt to try. And then worst case scenario, we just... You think it's gone? Oh, dang, that's unfortunate. R.I.P. Okay, a little more gold. Little more gold. Let's see how these vents will look. I'm excited to see how this would look, actually. I think that's a good idea. Okay. Try to be fine in the application because repairing the red paint would be a bit of a bear. Bit of a bear to tackle that I would rather not tackle right now. And I mean, this gold covers over any other color just wonderfully. Maybe we'll do 2 coats. There's a little red shown, but I mean, that's not bad for a gold paint. Also, it's like I could either coat it white and then gold, or just do 2 coats of gold. So, you know, it's a pick your poison thing. But let's see. Looking at that now, I think that's a good idea. I think I will roll with that and continue with that. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. And a Dr. Pepper just... Dude, Mossy, you good, bro? You good? I'm sorry for your loss. Okay, I'm gonna put gold in here as well. Mossy, take my advice. What you do is you do what Charlie Brown does when he loses a ball game at 5:30 in the morning. He goes back to bed, and he just resets it. He resets the clock, is what he does essentially. A beer would never. What will I be painting after this? Probably my Plague Marines, because I still have some Death Guard to work through. I can actually, while that dries and I wait for that to see, although, hold on, wait. I can show you what I have to work on. I have Plague Marines. I also just have some infantry that need doing. I do not have any, I do not have a Rough Rider kit. I have a Death Rider kit, but I think I'm going to make that into a video. That way I can, like, properly break down the steps on how I paint it. Whereas now I can do Plague Marines because I've already broken down how to do all those steps, so now I can just go about it live. Come on. Okay, there we go. Just needed to get it into a tiny corner. Okay. Poke that out there. Now actually try to clean this up decently. Yeah, but let me show you real quick while we let that coat dry. I have like some of my first test models, and then I have some new, then I have some kit bash models, because I got the old Combat Patrol for the Death Guard, where it came with 30 Poxwalkers, and I really wish I had bought more of those, because I was able to utilize the Poxwalker Death Guard, like, half Plague Marine, and I was able to make 3 bonus Plague Marines. These are all them. So that's 3 extra Plague Marines there, all the same legs. But I was able to, are they somewhat rough in areas? Yes, we literally have we have 2 parts, we have 2 left pauldron parts right there, and I just said, screw it, we ball. But, what do? You make do with what we had on hand. And then I have this is mishmashed. Although some green stuff might make a cool tentacle out of that, but I was able to make 3 extra Plague Marines. A Plague Marine is still a Plague Marine, so now I have a full squad of 10. I also have the Biologist Purifier, the Bio something, and I thought that was a neat little thing. I'm going to have him, like, walking away with his syringe, and then I got a Trenchborn Legionnaire just, like, dying, becoming a zombie or whatever, right? This guy's going to be interesting to paint, though, with all those bottles. And then the first ever Death Guard unit I bought and, like, started to half paint, you can see, like, some test stuff, are the Terminator bodyguards. I forget their exact name, but right here, we had some interesting test schemes going on. I've since started to recoat these with, like, leftover paint when I was painting the other Plague Marines, but, Yowzers. Bowsers. These are something. We almost had yellow Plague Marines. Bruh. Also, that's all dirty down rust before I knew how to do it. But the head turned out so good. I need to try to save it. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's probably what I'll be painting next. I'll probably just try to knock all of those guys out. Just so they've been sitting on my desk for like over a year. It's been a while. Now, hold on. Now I can start doing the second coat of gold. Am I gonna get a great unclean one? I might. There's no like defined plan. I also have in my pile to balance out the Titan. Yeah, that might be a good idea. The only what I do have right now though is I have Mortarion. Mortarion I think will be very fun to do with my specific paint scheme. I'm excited to do him, and I think I'll do a full video on that because that will be interesting. Okay, I'm just doubling up a couple layers here where the paint didn't quite get full coverage. That's fine. The vents actually turned out good. I'm not even going to double coat that. That's just impressive. GG no re. GG no re for re. For real. Okay. There's that. I think that's decent. I think it's good. It's looking good. It's looking great. And Mortarion's a huge model. I'm excited about Mortarion. And now I kind of like have an idea of how to approach him. Let's see. I'm going to start... Well, I want to finish the main... Uh-oh. Mossy, what's going on, bud? What's happening? How bad is it? Ooh, do we do a red chainsword? Nah, probably not, because if we do blood effects, then it would just look stupid. Oh, but then what color do we make the chainsword? Hold on. Because I think the white arms... Yeah, because she has white gloves. Hold on, just to quickly... The 30... I have the 40k version of Mortarion. Yeah, she has white gloves. Very, very white. So I don't want to do like a red glove. We'll see how that... Maybe I just keep that white. Who knows? I'll see what happens. I'll see about it for sure. But I can probably actually start doing some of these metallic bits. Just doing like some basic silver going on. And then, ooh, as far as the bolter goes, do we just do like a traditional bolter? Well, that's red. Hold on, let me go to Ancient Terminator armor. Hold on. Where's the shopping? Oh, right there. What color are these guys as bolters? Okay, so it looks like if they have dark armor, they're red, which I guess kind of makes sense. So, and then the white with the gray bolter there, I don't mind that. I think I'll just go with that. We'll give Goldship a standard gray double bolter carbine thingy. And then that's just all... That's gray, and then there's some gunmetal metallics on there. Very doable. Yeah, we'll work with that. What a good day up until now, dude. I feel bad, dude. I'm sorry. It's a series of unfortunate events for real, bro. R.I.P. Well, I guess actually we can keep out the German gray. Oh, also, it can get warm in the workshop, so I am going to just rehydrate some of this wet palette real quick, just so we're still kept up on our moisture. We have a moist meter here in the form of the wet palette. There we go. Depending on, let's see. Let's get another USB. Maybe so, who knows? Okay, there's some gray there, looking good. What's the situation that... Oh, hello. Surprise jump scare. The rest is all just metal, except for, like, that main housing. So I'll just start going over the main housing then. Fair enough. Simple as. Like, we'll just zoom back up. That way we got everything we need to get. Okay. And actually, I don't have to be very fine with this because there's just going to be, like, a ton of metallics going over once this is all finished. Although it might be better to do the metallics first because it'd be easier to do the hold on, yeah, it'd be easier to do the metallics first. I'm gonna do that. That way I'm not shooting myself in the foot later down the line. Where's my chainmail? There it is. I like this silver. This is a nice silver. It's not like a gunmetal, but it's like dark. It's darker than pure silver, which is perfect for my needs. Throw you on there. There you go there. And we can hit some other stuff with silver if we feel especially frisky on the matter. Although I want to go back. Hold on. I just want to look around. Okay, so those tubes are just, in fact, metallic. Fair enough. I'll just do them silver. I don't think they should be brown. The brown might look weird if we do brown tubes. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll just stick with that. First, we get some metallic. And this will be fun. And then where? Hold on, let me just verify. Where is it? The metallic. Okay, it's just everywhere except for the main housing. Well, that's easy enough to remember, and so I will just do that. It will be done. Okay, there's, now it's... Ooh, okay, this gets a little finer than one might have anticipated in some of these areas. Okay. I just gotta not panic. And go slowly. Okay, good. Good. One day I should try to buy like some GW lead belcher, just because that you hear about lead belcher all the time, and I am kind of deathly curious to see how it would handle. Even though it's probably just like any other paint I've used, but I also want to... Why has the horse a gun? Good question. Good question. Now, I don't think Gold Ship having a gun is lore accurate. That's more of a Taiki shuttle move. How else does it win a foot race? Yeah, that too. That too. Wait, I'm trying to think. Terminator armor is super slow. Yeah, that's all very astute observations and fair points for sure. Okay, there's that side done. Golly. Sub-assemblies are useful, but sub-assemblies are sub-assemblies. You know what I mean? For real. There's that. Get the barrels all nice and barreled, as one does. Who also might be fiddling around with some gaming streams in the next week, couple days. So that might be fun. Might be doing some Battlefield 1. Maybe what might be fun to do is after I paint this, actually play the game. And we'll play with Gold Ship. That might be fun to do. That way we can really understand who the heck we were just painting for however long we've been at it. But we'll see. Then you also just get me yelling at the screen because I'm a chronic gambler. But it's fun. It's a gacha game, and it got me. And I'm already like sunk in a unexpressionable amount of money in. I will never admit it because I probably couldn't. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. That metallic's looking fine. Looking good. Looking pog. Now, there's that. Okay. The metallic here is almost done. Oh, let me just get the inside. The inside of the bolter? Is that accurate? Oh, yeah, that is an actual thing. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Now, whether it's silver or gray is a whole different matter, but I don't care too much. Get the handle. Uh-oh. Is this a handle or is it a sixth finger? Is it AI generated? I don't know. Actually, that's a very random call out to a post someone made on Instagram a bit ago. When one of the Horse Heresy artworks came out, and it looked like it might have been like AI generated and had 6 fingers, but I guess it was just the grip of a bolter. But that was kind of fun. That was kind of a big deal for me being unemployed and all. Okay, now I'm going to get the top of the gun. I almost forgot that, but good, we saved it just in time. There we go. Not too shabby. I kind of like that metallic over that deck tan. It has a unique look to it. I kind of vibe with it, not gonna lie. Now to get some of these tube things. Exactly, the horse heresy for sure. Oh, that would have been something if I painted this up to be like a plague marine. Ooh, but who would be... But which horse would be a plague marine? I don't know. That's probably also a question for another time. The tubes are painting up pretty fast. I am not dissatisfied with that at all. Just as long as we're slow and steady, we can get it done prim and proper. Like that. Nice. Wow, that went well. Oh, but there is... You think it's all backed up? Oh, that's very good. Sorry, moving in here. Moving in. We did it. We get in, we get out. We don't touch anything else. There we go. Nailed it. Wait. Hold on. Do we make just the whole chainsword silver? I would want to see someone else holding a chainsword, though. I think... Oh, I'll just do the chainsword gray. Gosh, I'm silly. Silly goose, but I figured it out. Okay, what else needs to be metallic? Maybe the teeth on the chainsword? Probably... Oh, yeah, probably this whole apparatus right here needs to be gray as well. Hold on. At least from the chainsword I 3D printed, that's kind of what I did. So let me just paint that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this actually has the vent. Okay, yeah. I 3D printed a chainsword very similar to this. It's actually right behind me. I can use it as a reference. This is perfect. It's all coming full circle. It's all working out. It's too good, one could say. The last back of... Mossy, no! No. Skill. Rip. Rip. Dude, that's unfortunate. Let me actually see exactly how the heck my chainsword's painted. Hold on. Not the time. Rip. Actually go to the webcam. We can actually see how we painted up. Oh, well, I mean, it's kind of silver. I also went for more brass. The wash failed, and I don't want to show this thing on, like, YouTube or Instagram. Might be better, hold on, if I zoom out here. Then we can all look at it. Go painting. So, yeah, I'm kind of copying that. And that's happening just on here. That's a bit challenging to see, though. Yeah, I did, but it turned out the wash I did was not the best wash to do. It you know, this flat spot really brings it all together. You go, ah, yes, we have a moldy chainsword. I mean, it's not from it. I guess it's not like terrible. The more I let it sit, and then when I just like look at it as a piece rather than an art piece, I kind of go, oh, that's not as bad, but it could still be better. So I might 3D print a new one, or actually no, what I do is I just repaint this. All the paint layers have made it incredibly solid, though. But that's that. Now, what else of the metallic am I missing here? Do we have fists that are metallic? Hold on. The only thing metallic on the fists are the silver rivets, joints. Although we might want to make those gold. No, hold on, wait. Hold on. No, she doesn't have gold on her hands. Do a bolter next. Ooh, yeah, bolter might be fun. 2 steps forward, 1.9 back. Rip. Thing is, I can paint those silver and just see if I like them. And that is the joy of that. Oh, we should probably, you know, remember basic camera changing. So why do I have a random hair that is just going up? Stay down, for the love of God. Okay. Here goes nothing. We're going to see how it looks. Okay. Also, the sculptor made these a lot bigger than what GWs look like, but I mean, that's not bad. We can still work with it. It's fine. It's a-okay. Okay, I'm not dissatisfied. I think that's a nice bit of color without being too nuts. Am I gonna paint a sword on her? The chain sword, I think I'm going to kind of mimic this. Let me show you exactly what I'm gonna mimic here. But like how most of like the bolters have like gray, have a gray base that's highlighted and then metallic. I'm just gonna do the same thing on the chainsword here, and make that all metallic, but then make the actual part of the chainsword here gray, just like the bolters. Which actually reminds me, I should probably metallic those teeth right quick. There we go. Good as gold. Gold ship. Hold on. Let him cook. Okay, it's always good when there's a termite on the desk, but we killed it. Whoops. Come on, get absolutely everywhere. There you go. Nice. Okay, anywhere else where a metallic should be? I don't think so. I'm not inclined to think... Yeah, all that's just the traditional bits. That's just all highlighted. Yeah, so... I think next we can actually begin base coating some of this stuff gray. Let's begin it. That'll be fun. That will be fun to do. Hold on, I'm just going back. I'm just looking at the Terminator squad. I'm just kind of using that. That's my double check. Go forward to these guys just so I can get 360. Whoa. Okay, just disappear. Like, what's going on around you? Yeah, not a whole bunch happened. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. Oh, they go... Okay, in the Grim Darkness, we still got the cross. Let's freaking go. That's sick. That's sick as heck. Okay, now to base coat this stuff gray actually this time, and this will be fine. Let me thin it down just a tiny, minuscule amount. There we go. And now let's begin this base coating process. Ooh, that might be fun to do gold for this little side Aquila. Print profiles. Oh, yeah. Poor Mossy just freaking got, like, his USB is gone. Progress nuked. RIP. Okay, that's nice and gray. That's nice and gray. It's all very gray. Very gray, very good. Very good, very gray. Oh, hold on. Stay in for aim. I don't think I've ever actually done this, where I do the gray after the metallic. I would usually do, like, the gray first and then just try to do all the metallic all very fine and stuff like that. Trying to keep it all on there, but this is the way to go. I don't know why I never thought of it, but, you know, you learn something new every day. This is just the way to do it. At least for me. Now here I can try to avoid the inside there. Nailed that. Absolute goat. For real. There's that. Into the USB. James Workshop strikes again. Yup. For sure. Okay. Get the outside there. Now I gotta get the inside here. And then we can get on to that chain sword right quick, and that'll be fun. Okay. Maybe the top there. I'm like kind of looking, I'm like, I like that. I dig it. Very cool. Very cool. Now to base coat the chainsword, which this is probably the way to go. Don't want it too terribly thick, goddamn. Sorry, fine line, lock in. Just gotta get like the edges right next to that chain. Hold on. Gotta get a little closer. A little closer. There we go. We're good. We're good. Now we gotta move in here. Perfect. Get around. Successfully got around it. There we go. Looking good. Sherlock is the expert. What did I do? Take it to, what slice would you recommend for resin printing? Oh. I use Chitu Box. Love Chitu Box. Chitu Box has all the essentials I need to be able to print. There's like pro features that they have. I don't have the pro version. They have the basic stuff. They have an auto support function where you can tweak the thickness and the contact points of the supports. And they have an auto hollow feature, and then I can just drill the holes manually. That's very easy to work with. And dentists use it, I guess. So that's neat as all heck. Use my affiliate code. I'm kidding. Okay, now that's the gray. Probably, yeah, no gray anywhere else. All right. Fair enough. So be it. So be it, Union. Now, before I highlight it, I want to do probably on the side of these bolters. Hold on, let me go back. Let me go back here. I want to take a look at this. I want to take a look. Also, no 360 RIP for these guys. That is crazy. I just want to see a side profile of the bolters. I want to see what color their Aquillas are painted. I'll just look at some official Terminator's real... That's the official art. No. We want the miniature. The miniature is what it should be. Anything. Please. Wait, is that... Did someone just, like, try to copy the box art and they did that? That's incredible. That's insane. Dang, look at some of this stuff. That's looking freaking sick as all heck. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I just need a side wool flund. Please don't give me a virus. And please have more photos. Yeah, I feared as much. Wait. Oh, it's literally on the box. Hold on. We figured it out. Now, is that a zoom, zip, wrong image? Wrong. Wait. Stop. Okay, hold on. Zoom out. Go to the box. I just want to see the box. That's not the box. Wait, if I read more, maybe there's something there. Hold on. Really? Where's the catalog of photos so they don't show the box? Okay, that might be too small. Golly. I'm wondering... Where's the Terminator box set? Let me just look up box set. Yeah, probably box. Yeah, not box set. Turn me up as two. Scroll up. Oh yeah, that's probably the case in it. Hold on, let me open the image in the new tab, and then we can. Top right mini has the right angle. Yeah, I'm looking. Wait. Is that on the? Hold on. I'm looking at the box. That's just a JPEG. I think that looks gold to me. What do you think? Is that gold or silver? I think that's gold. But I'm also just trying to consider what would... Oh my, for the love of God. That's unfortunate. I just dropped the miniature in the wet palette. And we got a little bit of white on the chainsword. we got a little. There was a little devastation. We just gotta, clean it off real quick. Nobody panic. That was unfortunate. But I think that's gold. My question is, do I want to do gold? Probably. That would probably match with gold ship. What am I trying to find? I was trying to find the color of this Aquila on the official models, but it looks like it's golden, so I'm just going to copy that. Okay, this is fine. Because we literally we go back over with the gray and we go, LOL, you never happened. Goodbye. Snowy gold ship, yeah. Yeah, that's true. She's called gold ship for a reason. Because, believe it or not, that's her name. And that's why she's called gold ship. The others tend to be gold or metallic. Yeah, fair enough. Some of that white is a little wet. So I can just, try to just scrape the edge on there, and then I'll come back to that in just a moment and fix the whole thing. But for now, I'll take out some gold and we'll fix that up. Make that look prim and proper there. Where did I put it? There it is. A little on the palette there. Now, let's make this Aquila gold. Let's see. Here we go. It is gold. Very gold. Very Aquila. Very, very ship. Yep. Yep. Okay, gotta try to get the top there and still make it look decent. Okay. Not dissatisfied with it. I'm liking it. Let's see. I think that's... Yeah, looking at it from, kind of a decent distance as well, I think that's a nice bit of color on an otherwise very gray-looking bolter. So it works out. Works out in our favor. Just going to try to hit the top line of that a little better. There we go. Looking good. Top of the skull. Missed that. There it is. Okay. Not bad. I like it. I vibe with it. For sure. Now, maybe we begin hopefully the white's dry now, because I'm going to remetallic it. Lamau. There goes that. It's all remetallic for sure. Okay. Now my next question is, I'm going to... It's not the question of am I, it's the question of how am I going to highlight these. Because I don't like edge highlighting. But I think I'm going to try it. For this model, I'm going to give it a whirl. I'm going to see what we can't do. Starting with a dark gray. Interesting. Thankfully, I have a variety of grays, so that'll at least make it somewhat more manageable there. And then I will just thin it down with a dot of water, just so we can really feel professional about the whole thing. Here goes highlighting. I haven't tried this in a hot second. Get a good hand position, and then you just you go on the edges. Simple as that. Riveting stuff for sure. Yep. This is the stream. Oh yeah. Looky there. Can probably actually make those a little thicker. Maybe just trace. Maybe just trace a line rather than edge highlight definitely. Yeah, that way we get kind of a more exaggerated bit there. Okay. I'm just gonna highlight main areas. I'm not gonna care about these little vent things in here. I don't have that mental capacity. I'm just gonna hit the main areas around it. And call that good as non-metallic metal goes. There we go. Not too bad. The dark gray, not the most visible, at least to my eyes. I don't know if it's more visible on the camera. Maybe a little bit. Better than nothing, I suppose. Now let's hit the tops here real quick. Looking good. Okay, now that that's all good there. And that this side is... Oh, well, this side's probably the side we want to care about, now that I'm, like, actually taking 5 seconds to think about it. Let me get this all good, and then I'll just focus on highlighting, like, this part here. As far as, like, brighter colors go, I won't worry about the other side. It'll survive. It'll survive without it. It will be A-okay. Let's see. Now for the chainsaw. That'll be fun. That'll be, well, maybe fun wasn't the right word. How about interesting? I'm just going to do a thick line of gray. Big ol' thick ol' line of gray there, just so we can hopefully really start to see some of the exaggerated shenanigans that's going to be happening with this guy. Hit there as well. Front of it. And then I guess we'll just hit these. There's like 2 little corners on here. So I'm going to have to just try to get one of them and then get the other. This is going to be something. It's doable, though. You know, this isn't going too bad. So we'll roll with it. I guess y'all didn't print it right. Oh, no, which one? Was it the Gold Ship Terminator? Are you printing a Gold Ship Terminator? That's awesome. If you are. I don't know, though. Let's see. Okay, highlighting the inside of here will be interesting for sure. I'm just gonna go at it slowly. Very slowly. Okay, there we go. Now I can hit the first corner here. There's like 2 corners. It's like an octagon, like, ish shape that it's making itself out to be. There we go there. Sherlock pay to win? Yup. Yeah. That's the way to go about that. You just you get the good thing, and then it'll do it. You just buy it. There's my words of wisdom. Okay, now we can highlight this with a brighter gray. Custom chapter, you could say that. Pretty much. It's yeah, it's a custom where I think we decided on, what was it? The red scars? That's the chapter we've decided on. Right now I'm just edge highlighting some weapons. And now I haven't edge highlighted in absolutely forever. And so now this is the make or break with the brighter color here. So we're gonna all see what happens together. Cool, thank you. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty excited with it. It's not looking too half bad. Okay, well, here goes the bright color. The gold scars or the red scar. Yeah, one of those. Let's get this all nice and highlighted now. Oh, that was nice. Will I be able to hold that up? So far, so good. No way. I'm actually... Okay. The brush is doing good. The brush is doing its job. I just need to do my job. Also trying to... Am I not painting the boots more? I'm debating. I'm debating on it. Because the reference image, she doesn't have any, anything going on with her boots. They're just, like, white. With, like, red ribbons on them, but I don't have any ribbons on hand. I can show you in just a second when I finish with this real quick. Also, sorry, yeah, I know that's slightly out of frame. We're out of cloud storage, and I'm so broke you can't upgrade to get emails, get verified for cheat 2 box. Dang. R.I.P. Job? I'm gonna hope it was Job rather than Job. If it's Job, then I get it. I get the knowledge, sir. Okay, looking good. Looking good. The edge highlighting's actually going pretty decently. I'm going to try to get it done in a reasonable time. Don't want to take absolutely forever. Because that would, you know, could get a little boring, perhaps. Now, we want this one to actually look good. Just run along there. Not bad. There's some brown trim on the shoes. Okay, let me look. You might be right. Hold on. Okay, there's that. Highlighted as much as that's going to be highlighted. And I can get a little more here. Build up that color, at least on the corners here. Add a scratch. That's fine. Okay. Hold on. Let's look at the reference image. Let's take a look. Hold on. Monitor. Split view better for multitasking. Don't care. Thank you, Chrome. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, you're right. Oh, there is some brown on her shoes. Oh, that is interesting. Uber Jets for sure. Thank you, Earthworm Jim. How kind? Yes. You gotta keep this going at all costs. No, that's a joke. Have food and water first. Okay, so how would we recreate that on these boots? There's no way I'd be able to freehand like a straight brown stripe down the like down the shin. Or do I give it a go? I don't know how that would look. There's also a slight bit of gold trim. Yeah, there's just details on her shoes. That's the thing. She's got ribbons. She's got she's got laces, and then she's got like a tongue. That's like the tongue of the boot. That's a big tongue for a boot. That's something in it. You have very few responsibilities. Fair enough. It's just there's details on there. There are none here. You have a kneecap, you have the shin, and then the boot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to do like the foot brown, because then it would kind of look like a. Oh my god, you know what would look if I did brown. Here's what I don't want it to look like. Hold on. I don't want it to look like this. As much as I love Mario as much as the next man, but I don't want to risk looking like Fire Mario if someone takes a look at that. Which I know Fire Mario here has brown or has red pants as well. But still, I couldn't get the image out of my mind, and I need to be able to sleep soundly at night. So I think for now, I'll maybe stick with white. At least for now. Because I don't want to like overdo colors and just have a ton of stuff happening going on. At least for now. We'll see what happens as more of it gets painted over time. But now, you know, I can think about that, and then why I think about that, I will actually just start edge highlighting the chain sword, which will be an interesting bit to do there. We'll see how it goes. And then we'll see where we're at as far as highlighting. The knobs on the side, perhaps, I mean, maybe. It's possible. Oh, that edge highlight was, oh gosh, that is very bad. Hold on. Grab a different, make the paint a little more. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to do those brown. I mean, we could try them. We could give it a whirl. See what we can't get with that. Okay, there is that. That's actually edge highlighting decent. Nice. Also get kind of around there. Wow, that was an insane highlight on that little bolt right there. It was nuts. I'm gonna glaze myself for that because I'm proud of that. Okay, now we're on to like some fine stuff here. We don't want to go too large. That's slightly large. RIP. No, this is fine. This is fine. The situation is under control for sure. Why am I edge highlighting the underside? Just because it's there. I'm going heavy metal style where you just edge highlight everything without questions. I think that's their style. It's also just for like the side profile, you could say. Now let me just hit the top here real quick. Hold on, there we go. Looking good. But yeah, sorry, is it? Oh, jeez, was that out of frame? Sorry about that. Trying to get a good position, but also keep it in frame. But, I mean, yeah, it's something. We got something going on. Okay. That's decent. That looks decent enough. I'll call that there as far as all that goes. That's not too bad at all. That's where we're at there. Now, next would almost be do a little tidy up real quick. There's still a little red that needs to be tidied up on the crotch armor here. Hold on. Okay. Tidy that little bit up nice and fine there. Then, like, blend it in. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Let's see. Weapons, decent. Okay. Pauldrons, yep, pauldrons are good. And the knobs on the feet. Do we do the knobs brown? Let me pull up the reference image. There's the boots. There, nope, go back to boots. It's also like that's like a German gray. Are the memes in the Discord okay or too much? Let's see. Let's all take a look. Actually, you say they're too much? I probably hold on. Let me go to the webcam. Let me verify. Let me double check. Hold on. Wait. No, that's perfect. I fear no man. I rolled the R. But that thing, it scares me. I'm going to save that. That is a baller meme. That is A-okay. Yeah, you had another one here. What was this one? Oh yeah, the Sherlock horse is not real propaganda. That one was funny. Okay, we're gonna zoom way in on that. Funny and true. That's just how it works. Instagram.com real. We're not going to Instagram. Instagram's going through the ringer right now. It's a travesty what's happening over there. It's a war zone. Dude, it's a war zone, I say. Absolute war zone. Yeah, that's a see Nisty, that's a great meme. Peak meme Mossy. Now I'm curious. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what it is. Hold on. Need to do it when I... Oh, okay, it's fine. It's literally just a horse drinking Dr. Pepper. Look at that. The horse enjoys Dr. Pepper. That's a horse. Look at a little snoot. You don't need a DNA test to know the horse is yours. That's great. I gave my horse beer. My horse would be an alcoholic. She loved the beer. And then we like walked away and she's just staring. She's like, more. It was a little concerning. I keep throwing the damn thing. Okay. I think I'm going to start. I'm going to ignore the nubs for now. We can do that later. I want to start working on the... We can see your Insta likes, so don't judge the platform. Yeah, that's true. The Insta likes just has yeah, I'd be nuked. Me, Sinisty, did you find my Insta? I think that's you. Fair enough. I want to start working on... I'm going to work on the tail. I want to find a good color for the hair here. Hold on. Let me pull up our reference image. That's the color. This is the color we are going for. So it looks like on stream, like for some reason when I pull up the image, her whole face is very overexposed. I can't even see the slight blush. And her hair on stream, it looks a little more actually... Okay. On the stream, it's actually showing it more as like a magenta color. Or it's less. Whereas what I'm seeing, I don't even see this white shine. That's crazy. But yeah, it's a slightly purplish, magenta, pinkish something. Like Super Mario Galaxy. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to try to recreate that. But that would probably be best recreated on a white surface. So I'm going to coat the tail in a couple coats of white. The horse can't blush. It has no heart. Fair. I didn't think of it that way. My bad. And this is just gonna be a couple layers of just white, of watered down white, because we don't want any texture built up on this. So this will be something. So let's see. I kind of need the whole thing to be white, or at least the top. At least the top needs to be white, so we can see. If it darkens as it goes, because like the whole marine's like dark because of my zenithal highlighting. So the tail, like that, probably fine. Probably don't have to worry about that too much. But everything up top, we will want to be able to see. We want a good view of it, for sure. And a couple coats of white will get us there. I hope. I hope we get to a decent enough, like, opacity of the white. But we'll see. One can hope. I'll do this, and then I'll do our actual hair as well. That would be... because there is a little tidy up needed on there anyways. And so it would all work out in the end. Okay, now we got... all that is good. Oh my gosh, we got more stuff happening in there. The Discord. The Discord is popping. What can we say? It's the place to be. Please keep the long hair for the love of God. What long hair? My long hair? Wait, why do you say that? Why do you say that? Hold on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. Oh, this is... you son of a bitch. God damn it. That is so abhorrent, dude. Dude. Makes me want to put a gun to my mouth every time. I will show it on stream because I've grown. I've become a better man. But this is the publicly available. I know. I know. Fudge. Oh, for anyone tuning in, this is the absolute... oh. Like, I want to curse. I want to try to keep it clean, but this pisses me off. Look at this bullshit. Also, you know a lot of lesbians look like preteens. I found a lesbian. Dude, funny enough, I'm not even kidding. I started to grow my hair out, and people are like, oh, why are you doing that? And I say, I look like a lesbian. I'm a man. So, great minds think alike, and fools never differ. But, yeah, that's a terrible... oh my God, the Gen Z brain rot got in the Warhammer. I want to punch that kid so bad. Oh, look, followed by Chris. Neat. Well, yeah, thanks for bringing that up. That's something that I would rather... that's just... too bad there's no revolver. Oh, well. That's a cringe fest in of itself. I gotta go and just mass delete that, but I don't. The thing is I don't, because you know, we all start somewhere, right? I've grown, and, you know, we started at rock bottom. We really did, but we got better. That was back when I had the Alpenfloss jacket, back when it was winter time. Oh my gosh. That fucking hair. God, it's so bad. Yeah, I dropped an F-bomb. That's how bad it was. Constant self-promo. I'm good now. I keep the hat on mostly because I have a light and the webcam is so bad that I literally blow up. You just found a perfect reaction image? Oh no. Post it. Oh God. That is abhorrent. Are we still... buzz it all off? No! I jump. Gosh. Oh yeah. That's when I made the workshop. That was in its prime. 420th Manhattan, man. Wait, what just happened? What did you do? What? Why are you green? Member? Oh, you became a member! Oh, shit! We got our first member! Holy crap! Guys, we did it! Dude! Oh, that's so sick! Bro! Hold on. Dude, thank you so much. Oh my god, guys, hold on. Look at this. Wait, let me grab the tab. Look. Looky there. First member. That's sick! Oh my god, dude. That's freaking dope as all heck. Thank you so much, my guy. That's neat. Oh my god. That's sick as all heck, dude. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm gonna harp on this way too long, but this is nuts. Let me grab my snipping tool. I'm screenshotting that. That is a screenshot. Boom. Hold on. That is so... Oh my god. Dude, thank you so much. That means so much, dude. New member. Name it. New member. Oh my... Wow. That was, That's so freaking nice of you, dude. Holy crap. Thank you so much. Golly. That's so sick. Dude. That's so cool. Thank you so much, 420th Manhattan Man. That freaking means the world to me, dude. Goddamn. That's awesome. Yeshiva, look, it's happening. Oh my lord. Thank you. That means a whole lot. Wow. Sorry, I'm a little shell-shocked by that. That's wild. That's freaking awesome. Welcome to the Trenchborn Legion. You're a Trenchborn officer now. A Trenchborn officer. Golly. Thank you, dude. Damn. That's sick. That's so cool. Thank you so much. Oh my god. That's awesome. That's sick as heck. Wow. Wow. Sorry, guys. I'm a little taken aback. That means a lot to me. Goddamn. Wow. Okay. I'll get back to painting. It's a painting stream, but holy shit. Thank you so much, dude. That is incredibly generous of you. That's awesome. That means a whole lot. That's sick. Okay. I gotta lock back in. Right, we have a tail. We're going from quite the thing here, okay? Right, we got a tail to paint. A tale of painters, if you would. Golly. Gotta finish. May the Legion grow. Oh, look, your name's green! Oh, that's so sick! Oh, that's so cool. Nice. Can you explain how Bratwurst guy went to what? Perks included being given gold ship files. I don't remember listing that. Is it really? That's sick. Is that how I got him? Oh, damn. That's crazy as all heck, dude. I'm tidying up Goldship's hair right now. Hold on. Now we just let that sit for a bit. May the Legion grow. Dude, thank you so much. That is so freaking sick. You might have to look into it. Fair enough. But after all I've heard you talk about, you just hold on. He can use the custom emojis! I forgot about him! Oh my god! There's custom emojis, right? You can do those now. We got, I think the max I'm allowed to put on is 4. I just put 4 randomly. What 4 did I put? I put soldier, I put cheapie. That's the cheapie emoji. Cheapie's immortalized. I got the Tsar Nicholas, and then I got Will's son. Oh, that's hilarious. That is so sick. That's awesome. Look at all of them. Oh my god. Yep, we got a soldier so we can create mass infantry waves when we go on like a war against a random community when I'm feeling spiteful. We got Cheapy when you just need a shell-shocked cat emoji. We have the live Tsar Nicholas II of Russia reaction. That's a thing. And then we have our tank Wilson. I gotta update that one. I actually just finished getting, earlier today, I got some studio photos of Wilson, so I can get a better one where we can better see the Wilson text, hopefully, in the future. But that is so sick as all heck, dude. Thank you so much. That's so sick to witness. That's awesome. Yes, exploding volcano. That's awesome. That's so sick. And the white's actually drying good too. That's actually, this is going, it's all going way too swimmingly. It's too good. Golly. Dude, thank you again. That means so much to me, dude. That's incredible. I'm grateful you find my stuff worth that. That means the world to me, dude. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's incredible. I'm gonna try to now just speedily coat everything here white. All very very quickly. Dude, that is so freaking neat as all heck. I just gotta... Cheapy's out. He's on some scouting mission somewhere. But I need to get him back so I can figure out how to put members into the Discord. Thankfully, Manhattan Man's already there. But I don't know how to do that yet. But the memberships are out. So I should probably learn to do that sooner or later. But, you know, it'll be done. I'll figure it out. I'm going to give the tail one last coat of white, and then we're going to start figuring out how to replicate Goldship's color. See what we can't do. So, I also, sorry, I got jump scared by myself there, yeah. That was, that's because I was out doing stuff in the summer. Earthworm Jim, thank you for the pound. That is, goddamn. That means, dude, okay, sick. Thank you so much, dude. That's freaking awesome. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much, dude. Heck yeah. Awesome. And, yeah, you get to, that will be one of the emojis. That's a good freeze frame there as well, though. Yeah, it was summer, and I was in the middle of competition season, in my defense. That's why my hair was so abhorrently short. The gold, yeah. With a link could work for the... Yeah, I know I can do like a membership introduction thing. I'm probably going to make that sooner than later. Because it offered me that in the actual... It's like, here, do an introduction video. I'm like, that's probably a great idea. With the link could work for the Discord. Yeah, fair enough. We'll do that. And then we'll continue the ticket. What competition? Shooting competitions. Because I'm a rancher. Because I'm American. And we would go and we shoot and we go, boy, and we'd shoot him. That was me. That was me during this. Actually, if you scroll way back into my Instagram, which I don't want you to do, but if you did, you will see a photo of me doing my sport. In this exact getup. Notice the shirt stayed the same the whole time. Yeah, back in that whole... Elvis Presley. Dang, I was cultured back then. Now I just listen to the Goldship song. America, drink a beer. Yeah, in my case, root beer, but, you know, whatever floats your boat, right? Now, to replicate, to drop the... Well, that's the wrong number. Hold on, we go here. We go there. We need to replicate... For some... Why are you displaying... I can't see, like, her actual hair color. It's all blown out of proportions. It's all over, exposed. Hold on, I'll just go... We're on Instagram there. Hold on. Beer? I know a guy who invented that. Goldship. Does it, like, show an actual... This isn't blown out, is it? Is it blown out everywhere for me? Oh, it is. That's just because this is an insanely old... It's kind of an old TV. Oh, no, that's slightly better. Hold on. Oh, no, the color's showing up better. That's good. We're able to work with that. Nope. Go that way. Go up. So we need to somehow create... Nope. That way. Down. Slightly out. Slightly left. Slightly up. That's what we're trying to recreate. How? I got a variety of purple paints here. And I'm going to pull them all out, and we're going to see what we can't get done. We got 11 more minutes, okay? We're going to try to establish the color. And then next stream, I think we might be able to... I'm not going to say finish, but at least get the face done. Because, again, also, look at her eyes. Let me I think I can just actually pull up this one. This will zoom in a lot better. I'm trying to recreate like half dark purple, split in half slightly at a downward angle. I'm going to try to recreate that. I'm here. Here's a fingernail that's chewed, but it's still a fingernail. So that's going to be a feat in of itself. I think we'll start off easy with the hair. I think that's a fair place to start. Now, hold on. Let me pull all this stuff out. Wait, I might have one. This one looks good. This one actually looks more like Major McQueen's hair. Who I want to say? Periwinkle purple. Now, if we go back to our reference image, it kind of looks like that's just a watered down this. You know what this does look like? Hold on, let me... Because Gold Ship also hangs out with... Yeah, fair enough. I don't know if I kind of want to freehand it, though. I think that'd be fun. Hold on. Major McQueen, as they say. First image is just a chubby one. Goddamn. Hold on. So the periwinkle purple is more like this hair color here. See how kind of that's like, well, it's kind of a periwinkle purple. See, that's more similar. And Gold Ship's hair is literally just that, but more so like more old Insta pictures have hit the Discord. Follow Jesus, have faith in the Lord. Okay, let's see. What abhorrent abominations are we in? Oh my god, not that one. I'm not gonna go. That one I do look like a... Oh, there it is. Hold on. See, there's me in my sport. Back when I was a trap shooting major. Also, baller outfit. It's like you go into like a Call of Duty and you just hit the randomized thing. I'm not even going to look at... I'm not gonna even look at that. I couldn't. I'll look at that, though. That's a cozy looking fella right there. Same greatcoat in there. Favorite greatcoat. Best fitting greatcoat ever from a surplus shop, no less. Carrying Worcester sauce crashes. What's the situation? It's hard to say. Fair. Yeah, that's a good meme. Hold on. The twink death was needed. Dude, it so was, bro. The other thing is I couldn't rock short hair. Like, look at my face. This is round. This is just, I just got a round face. You make that bald or short hair, and here's what you get. Here's what you get. You want to know what you get when you do that? Here's what you get. You don't even get that. No, you get this. You get that. That's what you get. You tried your best. See, we just learned, but you get that guy. Essentially. 2 questions. One, can we remove the slow chat? Is okay to post the U.S. president meme like the Mirror Lake? Don't know the... Can we remove the slow chat? Oh yeah, hold on. I know Cheapy installed slow chat. I can try to turn that off. How do I do that? Do I just go to edit channel? Slow mode. Off. Save changes. I mean, personally, I take all memes. I just... A lesbian? A lesbian has hit the building? Has hit the tower? No. Hold on, let me think. As far as... Yeah, I would say as long as they're relative... I think that's reasonable. That's fine. That's... like the Mirror Lake. Yeah, that's something, yep. The color of the year. American flag blue. Fair enough. Was that because the Washington Lake is like disgusting or something like that? Wait. I read something about that. Hold on. What was it? What did I read about that? Excuse me, Humpty Dumpty. Excuse me. Oh, that was a mirror, actually. No, that was me. Wait, hold on. It's called the what? The reflection pool? I wouldn't know. I don't give a... I mean, I give several rips. What's going on? Trump blames vandals, announces arrest, and vows to fix it again. What? What? Oh, so the... Oh, so it's just getting, like, grimier? Algae. Oh. So, oh, so now it's just all green? So now Nurgle's got the reflection pool? Neat. Okay, well, everywhere you go, there you are. Look at those guys. Are they scrubbing it in real tree camo? This isn't political. I'm not about to get political, but brother. No one else is wearing real tree camo. You save that for the backcountry, my brother in Christ. But it's probably all he had on him. They painted it and it failed because the installer covered the circulation. Well, our local German knows more about this situation than I do. But that is funny. Okay, good to know. Oh, that dude's striking. Okay. Maybe I was, hold on, I zoomed in. Maybe I was a little harsh on him. He's like posing for the camera. You gotta give him props for the effort. It reflects the current state of the government, I guess. Dude, I guess so. Yeah, even in my town, they were doing some electric work. And there was a fire close to the ranch. Because after they worked on power lines, it kind of blew up. So, and that's just my little town, my little hometown. They gave the contract to a friend, paid more than double. Corruption. Yeah, that's what'll happen. Think you have to grow a beard? I would never. I can't grow a beard. I could. I don't want to. I couldn't do it. Couldn't be me. Can Sherlock even grow a beard? Yes, he can. Because he's half done it before. And then he realized he looked very silly. Hold on, why do you say beard? Okay, there's nothing. Manhattan Man is typing. Reflection Pool, Washington. That is funny. Yeah, cool. I put some chlorine. There's my advice for the government. That's my, all fun and games until the church wants. God damn, that's Elden Ring? Sheesh, that's kind of neat. That's cool, that's fun. Okay, fair enough. Sorry. Oh my gosh. 3 minutes. No, I'm going on side tangents. Hold on. We gotta discover a color. We gotta water down the periwinkle purple. We gotta water it down. Hold on. Actually, yeah, hold on. So, we will use this base to... Okay, hold on. Looky there. I just spread it out a little bit. Look at that color. Looky there. Now we look at that color. First, I'm going to compare this color to... Is that the one from the Hit 40K from Games Workshop? It might be, Mossy. It might be. Go over to there. Oh yeah, we're still here. Okay, that kind of resembles McQueen's hairstyle, hair color there. And Goldship's hair color is just that, but even more, even lighter, even paler. So I'm gonna thin it down, see what we get with it real quick. Let's see what we can do. And I'm not like, look at the size of that water drop. I'm not pulling any punches with that. We're just thinning the thing down, and we're thinning it down fast. Hold on. Why does it look like it didn't even do it? Well, I guess it did something. How do you look so useful in those pictures? You're like, so youthful in those pictures. You're like 30 in them, because I was 30 in them. That was like that was a year ago. I'm like, what, 31 now? I'm youthful because the webcam is terrible quality. If I put my, hold on. If I put my head in front of the camera, there, now you can see, oh, that's disgusting. Ew. Yeah, see, oh, there's a partial beard. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Oh, I look 16 in those pictures? Really? Dang. I look young. I look young and full of life. Golly, okay. Bit of a confidence booster, if I do say so myself. Okay, hold on. Gotta thin this down. Dare I say even more? Hold on. Let me, apply some of this. Just to, some of this white base coat here. Hold on. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go a little thinner. The best part is we can just do multiple layers of it. Worst case scenario, right? Let me mix that up. He's got a round face. It helps to make you look so young. What can I say? I don't make the rules. This is just how it goes. Okay, I think that's thin enough. Hold on. Now we looky here. I think that could get us our gold ship look. I'm actually going to do something crazy, and I'm going to put it on the tail, and I'm going to see how it looks. No, I'm not. I'm going to put it on the actual head. Yeah, fun fact, my paint water is actually just... Okay, here it goes. Here we go. We're gonna start. This is going to be nuts. I'm kind of excited, kind of terrified. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. We're applying it. It is being applied as we speak. It is also 4 o'clock. I do not care. If we have to go a little extra overtime for the sake of science, we will do that. I don't care. It is worth it. It is in the name of science. It's in the name of progress. Hold on. I think we did it. I think we did it. Not even kidding. I'm not even capping. No cap. Oguri cap. What? It's 1 minute over. I know, Mossy. Hold on. You're not going to get rid of me that easily. Get rid of some of that excess. But maybe get a little more in there. I think we did it. I think we might have nailed it. I don't know if that's coming up on camera. What's the reason with the strict... Yeah, generally there's work. But I can be a little lenient. Just a little. Just a little. And when I say a little lenient, I mean instead of only having 5 minutes to get prepared, I will just have 3 minutes. It will be totally fine. It's 2 minutes. I know, Mossy. Hold on. I'm putting it on the tail. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going for it. Screw it. We ball. We ball. We ball. We're going. I don't care. I'm just doing it. Best not even think about it and just do it. Just like Subway's catchphrase, just do it. We're doing it. We're actually doing it. This is somewhat precedented. This is an important moment. Also, that is a terrible line when I was... Can't see it on stream. This is... Uh-oh. It's a joyous occasion like soldiers getting extra rations. Well, great. I'm glad you think so. That's that's the point. Okay, I probably have to go in with some like and subscribe. Yep. Yep. We got the hype train now. Okay, guys, it's good. Next time I will add some more white. Might just do that off camera. Mossy, nobody panic. Nobody say a word. Ignore it all. But guys, look at our reference. Look at our reference. Gold ship, get back here. There's our reference. Okay. There's our actual paint. Hold on. The ISO might need to go down even more just so we can really see what is going on. There we go. Hold on. There. What do we think? Is that good? We have that. That's our reference. I think that's good. Okay. With that being said, I'm going to skedaddle. I got to get the heck out of here. Guys, what a successful, what an awesome stream. That's fire. Thank you. We're doing it. We're doing it slowly but surely. We got the power of light on our side. That's fun. Okay. I can actually turn this up a bit just so I don't forget until next time. Guys, we're going to see what happens in the next couple days. Back for the stream on Thursdays as per usual. We'll see what happens on the tomorrow. I might be feeling frisky. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just going to put it out there. I might also just be playing a game. Who knows? I don't know. But guys, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Our gold ship Terminator looking awesome. I am loving how this thing is turning out. And so the next stream, we're going to try to paint the face. That's going to be the most intense thing I've ever done in my life. But we need to make this look good. We need this to look good. So guys, I'm gonna skedaddle. I'm going to leave. I'm going goodbye. I will disappear into the ether now. Thank you so much for watching. I know, start praying. I know, actually though. But guys, thank you so much for becoming a member. 420th Manhattan Man. Thank you, Earthworm Jim, for the donations. Thank you guys all so much for the chats and the membership. This is awesome. The world is gonna end. How come your previous stream isn't saved as a VOD? Oh my god, I haven't set it to public yet, have I? Probably not. Okay, I'll do that right after this, along with this one. All right, see you, everybody. Y'all take care. Ooh, that actually faded to black. That's an actual hand, then. What are you still doing here? Get out of here. I said, what, bro? What do you need me to? What do you need me to say?